It kind of started really as something that we didn't really fully think about. You know, it was more of a party, a 2-day party called a mini fest, and when we realised how 500 people could just come out of nowhere from a handwritten flyer, well, we could do this again, you know, so gave it another go. Liam was big into organising parties, and sort of when we met, that was the buzz he was on. So obviously Pius, being sound as he is, great man, great head, he always came to the parties with us. And he has the land, so we're like, Pius, it'd be great to, you know, do something on your land if you're up for it, you know.
I started off doing small raves around Leitrim, like in random places, and I think then I'd done one or two, and then I went to Pius and asked him about his land and just met him in the field. Funny to meet him there, and I think we did some just very small things initially, and then we had a DJ over from England, and he played in the cowshed, and that was like, the cowshed became like a nightclub. It's like 300 people there from all over Ireland, paying tickets, paying in and all. But it was Stephanie's idea. She was like, let's do it, and I had been doing all the raves, so I just said yes, just turn the festival into rave. But the first festival was a rave. So was the second. The first one, well, it was called Leitrim Mini Fest, but it was actually just a fundamentally, no, well, it wasn't just a rave, because there was the element of bands and stuff, and then there was a festival feel from the start, but it was very ravey. That's the original Leitrim Rainbow, but that, like, Leitrim is gone now and it's Sliabh An Iariann. So it used to be Leitrim Festival.
Sliabh An Iariann, the mountain that we've named the festival after, is the place where the ferry folk, the Tuatha De Danann, first landed in Ireland. So they came in on the cloud. So, you know, I mean, there's a magical mysticism about the place as well. There's a very special energy there, you know. It's been word of mouth for us, big part of it, huge part of it. That's how it's doubled every single year. It literally has doubled every year, from 500 to 2,000, and from 1,000 to 2,000, hopefully from 2,000 to 4,000. And very, very important as well is just magazines, local newspapers. We've very little radio time, you know, posters. Yeah. Emailing lists, you know, when people email, they go onto your list. You just email them every year then, just to, and obviously they know people they email it to, and it's kind of has a life of its own in that sense as well.
You know, we really have very little money to put into this. There is money coming through, but it's like, you know, and there's this huge budget that we have, like, that has to be paid after the event. So it's mental. There's 5 weeks to go. It's definitely over 100 grand in it. Yeah. It is. Every single year, 5 weeks before the event. I think this was what happens. There's no fucking feedback from anywhere. There's no one, it seems like completely that no one's going to come, you know. And but I just don't think, like, I woke up this morning and I was praying to God just to give me some hope, like, you know. And I'm just there going, like, you know, we've got a huge budget this year, you know. But you just can't care about it. You can't actually worry. Like, you can't really worry, because there's no point. I mean, if the worst comes to worst, you just have to do a legger. There's lots of other countries.
I suppose my main area would be dealing with security, volunteers, toilets, all the craft things, you know. Every year you learn something new, and this, like last year I had the whole security system, volunteer system was a new system. This year we're just adapting that system, so that's new. The real downs is stress. It's really stressful, yeah, and that can have effects on you in very funny ways. but it's something to learn about as well. You learn to deal with those things. The downs are also when people just... I'm the one dealing with a lot of people on the people level. You get a lot of people coming up, trying to blag you. Just, I'm not paying that amount of money. What? This should be a free thing, and you know, you're getting lots of crap like that. You know, that I just don't need. I don't need it because. So that's a down, but that's only sometimes as well. It's not. There's a lot more ups. There's huge positive element to it. The ups for me again is just seeing the whole thing transpire into this wonderful event of fabulous music and great people. And I have a great helper, and I have to mention her name, Simone. She's absolutely amazing. She's my right hand woman, and she is just there 100%. She's just great with the volunteers and all that as well. I would delegate more. I think if I was solely doing volunteers, security and that, but it always transpires into a lot more than that for me. It's hard to even define. Delegation is the key to anything, and I'm learning that the hard way.
You become like a target that people hate. Everyone hates you. You know, when you make decisions, they're not necessarily like, they seem possibly harsh, because you just have to make decisions like that, or just, this is what's fucking happening, that is it, and people just react to that and they just call you a bastard, you know, you just got so much shit for that.
Liam did all the sponsorship forms. He did the Arts Council and all of that, and basically went about it. You know, he has a friend, there's a couple of people he knew who got the funding, went to them, asked them, because there's a formula, you know, to fill in these forms, and he got it, which is great. Yay. It's a step in the right direction. Yeah.
It's difficult. The Arts Council, like, you know, if the Arts Council took it seriously, I would definitely be really enthusiastic about really funding workshops. But they just, you know, it's just going to take years. Like, the amount of money they gave us this year is just piddles. It's just nothing. So, you know, that's where, if they really took it seriously and gave us a good wad, you'd really encourage the workshops. But it's just, we will do some, but I'm just not going to put my energy there until we get funding for it properly.
Yeah.
I think that both Peter, Liam and Jasper are, the areas that they're in, they're extremely passionate about. I mean, Liam, electronic music is his ultimate, you know, and Peter is very much into world music and rhythm and trad, and Jasper he does gigs all year long, you know, he does his punk rock ska type, you know, element, and very passionate about it. So they all know quite well within what they're doing what's good. And you can do things as regards the environment, you know, so we're recycling all of our rubbish. There's going to be sort of like little things people can do to incorporate that as well at the festival, make little things for their cigarette butts, and you can start small, travel on from there, not just the environment. It's not about coming to a field and just tramping on it and leaving all your shit behind and then just heading off, you know. That magic is there.